Well, thank you very much. So good evening and congratulations again to our Coley Award winners. I've been to almost every CRI Awards dinner. Yes, I have been around that long. And it's always a highlight, though, of the year for me to have the opportunity to recognize scientific excellence. This year's dinner is different from those we've had in the past because for the first time we have actually timed our annual awards gala, typically held in June, to coincide with our 3-day scientific symposium, which opened this morning in Midtown. As part of the meeting each year, we had hosted a dinner for our CRI-funded scientists, particularly our graduate students and postdoctoral fellows, and we invited them to meet other members of the CRI community, including Scientific Advisory Council members, trustees, staff, and donors. Tonight, we have brought our scientists here, not only to invite them to join us in celebrating our Coley and Grace Award winners, but also to invite those of you here who are not scientists to meet the people who work very long hours every day in the classroom, at the lab bench, and in the clinic. These are the people who are changing the face of cancer treatment, and I hope as I introduce them to you in a moment that you'll reach out to them and ask them about their work and thank them for everything they are doing to make all of our lives better. First, though, I must acknowledge a man whose vision inspired the CRI programs that fund all of these scientists, and whom many here acknowledge as the father of modern tumor immunology. That man is Dr. Lloyd Old. A giant, genius, luminary. He has been called all of these things. This year marks Lloyd's 40th anniversary as the director of CRI's Scientific Advisory Council. In that time, he has shaped not only CRI's course, but also the field as a whole through his own seminal scientific contributions, his many years of leadership at the International Ludwig Institute for Cancer Research and at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, and through his personal and professional interactions with countless collaborators and beneficiaries of his mentorship. Lloyd unfortunately could not be with us this evening. Nevertheless, the reason many of us are here tonight, and whether you're a CRI-funded scientist or not, the chances are you've benefited some way from Lloyd's work. We all owe this man a great deal of debt and gratitude. This morning at the symposium, I announced that Dr. Old has decided the time had come to step down as CRI's scientific director. After lengthy deliberations with Dr. Old and the CRI Board of Trustees, we agreed that Dr. James Allison, who presented the Coley Award tonight, was the best choice to guide CRI into the decades ahead. Jim is a widely respected immunologist. As someone who has successfully ushered a basic laboratory discovery through to an FDA-approved cancer therapy, he is intimately aware of the challenges that face the field at a time when more potential treatments are moving their way out of the lab and into patients. This is the immediate future of CRI's work, and Jim is the right person to stand at the helm. Now, it is my pleasure to invite our scientists to rise to accept applause. First, would all our pre-doctoral students please stand? Come on, you can stand. These students receive funding to subsidize specialized coursework and research in tumor immunology as they are working towards their doctoral degrees. They are the future faces of tumor immunology who are taking their first steps on what are sure to be brilliant careers in science. Thank you. Next, would our postdoctoral fellows please rise? These young scientists are supported through our Irvington Fellowship Program, which provides 3 years of stipends and other supports while they working under the mentorship of field-leading immunologists and tumor immunologists. Competition for these awards is fierce, so we're looking at the best of the best. I would now like to invite the members and leadership of the CRI-LICR Cancer Vaccine Collaborative, with special note to Dr. Jed Wallchuck, who has recently taken over from Lloyd Old as the CVC director. Jed. And please, would the rest of the CVC investigators and leadership please stand? These individuals are on the cutting edge of cancer immunotherapy. They are the network of scientists and clinicians that power CRI and LICR's global initiatives to speed development of effective immune-based cancer treatments. And finally, I would like to invite members of our Scientific Advisory Council to rise. Thank you for your guidance and for always keeping the bar high for CRI. We really appreciate all you do for us. And of course, in closing, I would like to thank all the others of you here who, through supporting tonight's event and through your generous donations to the Cancer Research Institute, make it possible for us to provide funding to all of these scientists. We could not do it without you. Thank you very much.